What is the dumbest way a character died in Subnautica? Throughout the game of Subnautica, you are able to find multiple voice notes at multiple different wrecked life pod locations, which told the tragic story of how each survivor met their fate. Most of these last-minute logs show us that each life pod's fate was completely out of their hands, except for one life pod. The life pod holding the survivors was life pod 6. It landed inside the grassy plateaus, which is a pretty good biome to land in when it comes to safety. Unfortunately, due to the large amount of radiation suits had to be made, and so the head of human resources, who was one of the survivors on the life pod, decided to head out to find some lead to make them. However, upon returning to the life pod, the unnamed passenger was waving around a flare, thinking it was going to catch someone's attention. Not only was the passenger waving the flare inside the life pod so you would be unable to see the flare, but the flare used was not a distress flare. The flare ended up catching the fuel line, which set it alight and blew up the life pod.